have tabulated all the curves in the tabular form. First try to understand the curves which I have explained. Then based on that I have briefed up all the conditions. So once you go through that, this will be as a revision for you. So first is I have taken various slopes are there: mild slope, steep slope, critical slope, horizontal slope, adverse slope. Then what are the profiles available and what are the depths where this y value will lie in this profiles, and what is the curve, whether it is a positive, dy by dx is positive or negative, and type of profile, that is whether it is a backwater or drawdown, and to see whether the flow is subcritical or supercritical. A flow is subcritical when the depth is greater than yc, and the flow is supercritical if y is less than yc. So that condition, based on that you can decide whether the flow is subcritical or supercritical. So it is a revision of the previous topic, so that in this table itself everything will be a revision for you. So if a mild slope is there, first condition is S0, bed slope is less than the critical slope, and yn is greater than yc. That is a condition of a mild slope. So three profiles are there: m1, m2 and m3. If it is an m1, y will be greater than yn and yc. m2 means y will be between yn and yc, and m3 means y will be less than yn and yc. That I have explained in the curve neatly. Next is what will be the slope there. So here the slope will be a positive one because it was a rising one. Next, second case, it is a negative, then positive. If the slope is positive, it is a backwater, and if the slope is negative, it is a drawdown. So here it was backwater, drawdown and backwater, right? Like M1, M2 and M3. Next is when based on the depth, if y is greater than yc, it is a subcritical flow and a supercritical flow. So these are the types of flow. Next is condition is steep slope. Steep slope means S0 is greater than SC or Yn is less than Yc. In that also three profiles are there: S1, S2 and S3. Here also same, here Yc was greater than Yn. That is only condition. Okay. So here Y was greater than Yc, greater than Yn. Previously it was Yn, Yc. Here the critical depth is greater. So same condition, Y will be between, Y will be less. So here also positive curve, negative and positive. You had a backwater curve, a drawdown curve and a backwater curve, and the flows were subcritical, supercritical and supercritical. Next is critical slope, means S0 is equal to SC or Yn is equal to Yc. In that case, I have already mentioned C2 zone doesn't exist. So there will be only C1 and C3. So here y will be greater than yc equal to yn in C1, and y will be less than yc equal to yn in C3. And in C1 and C3 we have seen both were a backwater curve, increasing curve. So slope were positive and backwater, and the flows corresponding are subcritical and supercritical. Next is when the slope is horizontal. When the slope is horizontal means yn is infinity and only two curves exist, that is h2 and h3. So yn is infinity, y is greater than yc, and yn is infinity, and yn is infinity, and yc is greater than y. Two curves are there. I have told h2 is a negative curve, drawdown curve, and h3 was a positive curve, and the flows were subcritical and supercritical. Next is when the slope is an adverse slope, means S0 is less than 0, S0 is negative. S0 is negative, I have told how this yn becomes an imaginary one. So there also this condition, A1 zone won't exist, A2 and A3 will only be there. So same case, y is greater than yc, yc is greater than y, yn is imaginary. Here also negative and positive, a drawdown curve and a backwater curve, subcritical, supercritical. So these conditions you have to remember. First, if it is a mild slope, yn is greater than yc. If it is a steep slope, yc is greater than yn. If critical slope means yn is equal to yc. If horizontal slope means yn is equal to infinity. And if it is an adverse slope means yn is imaginary and the slope is negative. So first go through that slope and plot the curves and go through this table and try to write this table yourself by seeing the profile, then it will be clear to you. So during this portion, during this session, just go through the types of curve and go through this table.